Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is January 28th, 2021, and this is episode 189. Today we're taking a look at Diamond Previews. This is for February order, arrival at your store in April. So if you see something in here, let them know now so they can save you a copy. You don't have to pay market price when it comes in. On the cover here, we're showing some Guardians of the Galaxy. Obviously, this is a Marvel comic. Marvel does their own previews, and we did that a couple nights ago. So you might want to go back and check that out if you care to. Now, I just want to mention there's a lot of stuff in here about February. I'm drawing a blank what they call it. Black History Month. Thank you. Black History Month, which has probably kind of been overshadowed this past year by Black Lives Matters and what. But it's interesting that they're pushing it for February order for the stores when in fact it won't get to the stores until April. So there's a lot of Black History Month type materials in here. We will not cover all of them. We might see things here and there. As always, I'm just going to concentrate on number ones. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to start with Image and their new number one called Geiger. This is Jeff Johns writing this. Gary Frank doing the art on this. You might remember those two were on Doomsday Clock together. And yeah, it's a $3.99, so they're keeping the price down on that. You get some interior art here you can take a look at if that looks good to you. And it is after a nuclear war ravaged the planet, desperate outlaws search for survival in the radioactive chaos. Okay. And you get a little bit more. Oh, that's nice. A nice interior art there. Okay, next up, The Old Guard. Tales Through Time, number 1 of 6. This is Greg Rucka and Andrew Wheeler. Artist is Leonardo Fernandez. And you get some different covers here, some variants. It's also $3.99. And next we go to Helm Grey Castle, number 1 of 4. This is written by Henry Barayas. Artist is Rahma Handuko. And this looks pretty exciting, judging from the interior art here. This is the first time I've kind of seen this. I made some place marks, but I really didn't look at the pages too much. Home, 1 of 5. This is by Julio Anta. Artist is Anna Weisek. And it looks like it's the border crossing tale for children. And some interior art there. Jules Verne's Lighthouse, 1 of 5. Writers David Hine and Brian Haberlin. Artist is Brian Haberlin. So that looks pretty nice. Nice artwork in here. And a couple of variant covers down there. The Silver Coin, 1 of 5. Chip Zdarsky, the writer. Artist is Michael Walsh. Starts out with The Ticket is the name of the first book or arc. Get some interior art there. Looks like it has something to do with the coin maybe being used as a pick, guitar pick there. Not sure though. Summoner's War, Legacy number 1. Justin Jordan is the writer. The artist is Luca Claretti, and you get some interior art on this too, a fantasy obviously. Okay, and I believe that's it for the number ones. Floppies. Just take a quick look through some of these other ones. We're just going to go real fast. Walking Dead, Commanders in Crisis. Yeah, now we're in the hardcovers. Okay, let's skip over to Dark Horse. Number 1, Beasts of Burden. 1 of 4, Occupied Territory is the name of that arc. Evan Dorkin's the writer. Sarah Dyer is a writer as well. Benjamin Dewey is the artist. You get some interior art there. Wow. Kojakaru, The Skinner. Looks like it's a horror novel. Mike Mignola, the writer. Christopher Golden, also writer. Credit. And Peter Bergting is the artist. And then we go to some hardcovers. Let's see if there's anything else for... I think there might have been something else. Another number 1 in here. There's Cyberpunk 2077. You Have My Word, 1 of 4. So a new arc on that one. Batar Sudspor, the writer. He's also doing the Witcher, the current arc on that, which has been very good. Gilia Brusca cover. And Jesus Hervas is the artist in the cover for cover A. And that looks pretty nice. So you get a little bit of art in that. Well, this is actually for the trade paperback, sorry. And that might be it for Dark Horse. Nope, I lied. We have Jenny Zero, 1 of 4, Sex, Drugs, and Giant Monsters. Dave Dwank, I don't know how to say that, is the writer. Brockton McKinney is a writer as well. And Magenta King did the art and cover. Okay, I think we have to skip now all the way to IDW. I don't think there was anything left, for Dark Horse. And IDW really doesn't have anything new. They're just kind of doing their license, it looks like. I mean, if you're into My Little Pony Transformers 2, number 1 of 4, that might be something to look at. Or Kanto and the City of Giants, 1 of 3. And David Buhur, the writer on that. I don't know. Let's see if there's a few other things here. Godzilla, Monsters and Protectors, 1 of 5. Writer's Eric Burnham. Artist is Dan Schoen. It looks like very much a kid's comic, but for fans of Godzilla as well. Okay, let's skip on over to, at least the next one is Dynamite, and we got to go through Dynamite close. I don't know about the stories, but the covers, they are nice to look at. And they've kept their price point down, $3.99. I would order, if you are interested in these, I would order ahead of time. I know my comic shop raises the prices as the market goes for on day 1. So if you haven't pre-ordered it, you end up paying more for some of these things. So Vampirella, the Purgatoria, that's volume 2. Well, we thought Vita Ayala and Danny Lore had killed off James Bond, but apparently he is back in Agents of Spectre 2. Writer is Christos Gage. My eyes are starting to go, I'm sorry. Sonia Versal, number 3. So she continues on her saga. And a lot of different covers for this as well. Vampirella number 20, more covers. And they are a bit sexy, if I might say so myself. The Art of Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. That's kind of a old-timey type comic look to it. So some pretty neat stuff there. That's a nice illustration. Okay. And Red Sonja Superpowers, I've not been reading that, so I don't know how good of a story that is, but multiple covers once again, and they're all stunning, or for the most part, pretty stunning. Vampirella, The Dark Powers, more stunning covers. I really liked Gail Simone's run on Red Sonja. I really enjoyed that arc. But I haven't seen anything close to that since. And Army of Darkness. There you go. Okay, now I think we're done. Let's move on to Boom. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr, #1 of 5. This is by Ram V. I think he's been doing a lot of Marvel. Also illustrated by Philippe Andretti. And you can see this is pretty stylized art here. A little bit of the Black History Month going on there. Magic #1, Jed McKay, illustrated by Ig Guara. And we have a black female hero here. Magic Pack #1, Jed McKay, Ig Guara. And I think that might do it for Boom. And yeah, let's see anything else. Let's go to the next one. This is going to be a lengthier. Ablaze. They've been doing some good stuff with the Frost Giant's Daughter. If you've been reading that, the Cimmerian, Volume 2. But we have a new arc coming out, Iron Shadows in the Moon, #1. So that might be pretty good. Judging from the art from the Frost Giant's Daughter, that was really good art in there. Spectacular, I might say. That's just me. Aftershock has Phantom of the Scan #1 with Cullen Bunn at $4.99. Okay. American Mythology has the Robonic Stooges Return #1. So we got our Three Stooges back. And I think they had something else in here as well. Okay. Warrior Women Death Team 5 #1. How about that? Starring Sonia Devereaux. And Bedtime Stories for Impressionable Children Annual #1 as well at $4.99. A lot of different writers on that one. Okay. Antarctic Press. I think there was something new. Oh, Valkyrie Saviors. From the creators of Patriotica, which we review on here as Patriotica. So this is one of the ones we're reviewing. I don't know if I'll pick up this one. Maybe if I see it, I'll do a flip through to see if I want to do a review on it. So that one's new from Antarctic Press. Okay, also, did I skip something here? Avatar Press. Nightmares of Providence. It's a period piece. Oh, sorry. Get that back on. Got my tripod set on highest. So I'm a little bit, it's very shaky. So kind of like an interesting, ancient looking tales here. Of course, Crossed, they have a big thing for Avatar Press, is really pressing the Crossed series. From Awa Upshot, The Resistance Volume 2, #1. Straczynski's working on that. Illustrated by C.P. Smith. I think I did #1 issue. And I can't remember if I liked it or not, but I think people seem to be tending to like this comic, as I recall. I think that's it for #1s for Upshot. Let's go on to Boundless. Now, I don't know anything about this, but it's not a #1, it's a #0. Jungle Fantasy Fauna. And this comes in all different varieties. And I don't know if it's actually got a story or not, but I guess there's some pretty risque ones that you can buy, different editions, depending on what you're into. As you can see, that goes on for a little bit, so I thought that was a little bit interesting. I think I might have skipped one, so yes. Here's one of the humanoids, which we've not talked about before on the previews previously. And As you can see, they're going into the, it looks like Motown sound, and they got a picture of Prince here, so I guess they're celebrating black music. I'm not sure, but you think this would have come out in February, but they're selling it in February to the dealers, to the stores, I should say. I don't know about the marketing on that one. Titan has the girl Tesla, and also the girl Houdini, plus the girl Dragon Tattoo. So, not quite sure what that's about, but Minky Woodcock, the girl who electrified Tesla, one of four, excuse me. But that's coming from Titan. Shadow Man #1 coming from Valiant, and pretty slim pickings from Valiant, actually. Cullen Bunn is doing the writing on this as well, with John Davis Hunt doing the art. I don't think they have too much else that's new. Got the Antos touch on there, and I think it kind of took them out. Okay, Vault. I kind of been reading Vampire. I don't know if that's going to continue here, but they do have something new. Radio Apocalypse by Ram V again. Artist is Anand Ruk. RK? I don't know. All right, and we're getting close to the end here as we hit Zenoscope. Mystere, Grim Spotlight, Mystere, Voodoo Dawn. I believe this is, it's a one-shot. So if you're into Mystere, there's a one-shot coming up. Neverland, this is an annual. I don't think they have anything else. Oh, here we go. Man, Ghost, and Bunny Min. Okay, looks a little creepy. Okay, 1 of 3. Joe Brusha is back on that. And that'll do it for Diamond Previews. Thank you for stopping by and the patience of going through this with me. All #1s and then some. We'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. As always, please subscribe, please like, please leave comments, and I'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. As always, this is Indie Comics Jones bidding you adieu.